On May 15th, your New Beginnings missions team of Mike Dirksen, Ernie Holton, and John Nelson joined 10 other volunteers in Miami. We boarded a plane for Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Upon landing, we were picked up by a mission truck and we drove 90 miles up the coastline of the main island. Our final destination was the island of La Gonâve. Staying overnight at a missions guest house, we boarded a boat nicknamed the Jesus Boat for a 10-mile trip across the channel to the island of La Gonâve. Why the nickname for the boat? Well, hey, if you were a passenger on that boat, I guarantee you'd be praying to Jesus too. Haiti is full of natural beauty, but it also has a great deal of poverty. Our landing in the town of Sangalé gave us our first chance to see that poverty firsthand and the need for our medical services. The Decade Project was formed in 2010. It is a nonprofit organized by concerned doctors and professionals. Teams of volunteers come from Indiana Wesleyan University, Christian doctors, and concerned Christians from around the country. The Wesleyan Mission Station and Hospital at Sangalé is used as a staging ground and base camp for teams that come from the States approximately every 3 months. Decade Project teams go up into the mountains of the island of La Gonâve to provide basic healthcare clinics for families that would otherwise not be cared for. In short, Decade makes house calls. Each participating household receives periodic health services as well as construction materials to build a working latrine, which is a vital component for improving the overall health of each household.
Like he normally eats? Not eating? Not very much.
I get to, as soon as all the nurses are done checking all the patients and the doctor oversees everything to give the final diagnosis, I take pictures of the medical records and the patient, so we have a documentation for on our side for people we've seen and what they had. And then I get the good job where I'm like Santa Claus, because as a goodwill gesture we hand out to the children, we hand out gifts, and to the adults we hand out some hygiene stuff, soaps and toothbrush and toothpaste. So I'm kind of the nice guy at the end in case they ever got poked or prodded by the doctor or nurse. So.
I thought it was time to, God's done a lot for me in these last few years, and it's time to give back a little bit. And it's time to see what I can do in my retirement years. I've enjoyed it immensely. You know, retirement doesn't mean sitting back and, you know, watching the world go by. I think I could relate to an older Haitian woman that I took care of on the first day, who had a tachycardia. You know, on the outside she looked perfectly fine. On the inside she was struggling to keep it together because she couldn't breathe and her heart was pounding in her chest.
Patients that are diagnosed with serious medical conditions are offered follow-up health care at the Wesleyan Hospital in Sangalé. This includes a number of different surgical procedures. To date, approximately 1,000 families in 11 villages have been seen and organized into healthcare committees. Over 4,500 decisions for Christ have also come from Decade's work. Decade's goal is to now expand their program of medical services to the entire island of La Gonâve. 120,000 people with little to no health care of any kind. One of the purest forms of demonstrating the love of Christ is through the caring of those that are in need. Only 90 minutes from Miami, the needs are great on the island of La Gonâve. As we left the island after a week of service, the only thought that many of us had was simply, when could we return? God's work is blessing lives on the island of La Gonâve, one house call at a time.